So this is a 2014 Sterling Eccles Solitaire. It's going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your hitch up procedure. This is something we have a separate video on and something we will walk you through in person. The front locker, the gas regulator is in here. Gas pipes come separately to the van, they are £15. In the front locker, you have got your gas bottle tie downs and your water pump connection and your leg winder also. We're going to take the water pump with us, so I'll show you how that works. Side of the van, you've got your leg winder on each side, and you've got your Aldi heating gas vent on the side of the van, so that is just for the heating and hot water essentially. The little cover that you see back next is the water pump connection. The blue trigger here pulls in, so you can push it into the side of the van. As you can see, it connects that way. Then this end drops into your aqua roll. The little cap here that you can see, the little extra blue piece there, is just to cover the top of the aqua roll up while you've got water in the system. Put that back in the front locker for now, and that's where they generally are on collection. The side locker on the van, you've got your quick release terminals for your battery. So your battery will go into the box here, then be tied into place with the strap that's here, going through the two little brown fittings on the side. You've then got your mains power lead coming into the side of the caravan. As you can see, we're connected to power on site, so we can demonstrate the van fully. And behind that, you've got your aerial connection for when you're on a super site. Next up, you've got your motor mover control switch, which again we'll demonstrate this in person along with the motor mover itself. And then you come to your fridge vents on the far side of the van. Top one will let out some hot air, and you've got your gas flue for the cooker. And then you've got your cold air vent, so it sucks in some cold air when the fridge is in use. Motor mover, as I said, will come back to you during the main handover on site. And then you've got your wheel nuts, which will also torque, so you can see they've been tightened correctly before you travel with the van. On the side of the van, you've got your grey water pipe connections. Grey water pipes just go into the side here, same with this one here, and then they drop down into your waste master for the waste system on the caravan. Slightly further back, you've got your 3.5 litre flush tank, so you'd open this up and put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid. Below that, you've got your toilet cassette, which I'm just going to open up so you can see how this works. To remove the cassette, you pull the handle up and pull it towards you. On the back, you've got your orange pressure relief button. So when you're tipping the waste out at the front here, you would need to press that in while you're emptying the waste out so it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. The cap here is where you'd empty the waste through, but you turn this out. So again, you can get to the waste a bit, or you can tip the waste out way a little bit easier. But before you use this, you need to put 1 litre of water in and a cap full of the blue fluid. And the cap you use to measure the fluid is this cap here. Back of the van on each side, you've got your two wind down legs, as you can see. And I'll demonstrate these again when you're here on site. Come around to the far side of the van, you've got your locker for the storage underneath one of the bunks at the back of the van. Again, your wheels and motor mover. And then you've got your 240 pin power supply to go out to the awning. So for instance, you can plug a fridge into there when you've got mains power on site. Storage locker for underneath the seating at the front, and your barbecue gas point, and again you've got your other leg winder down the bottom there. Going inside the van, the first thing you're going to come to is the control panel above the door, so we're connected to mains power. Even if you're not connected to mains power and you're off grid and you're using 12 volts, you'll press the power button here and the power system will come live. The diagram above is indicating that we've got power coming from the power source on site to the caravan, and then on this side it's giving your leisure battery voltage. At the moment it's just the charge that's going through the charging system on board the van. When you're connected to your vehicle and you're towing down the road, you'll have a power supply come up on this side, which lets you know what the vehicle is putting through to the caravan and what rate it's charging the battery on board. Again, you can press a few levels here and it will illuminate both of these to whichever side is in use at that particular point. To fill the water system, you're first of all going to come underneath the seat on the far side of the caravan. And down below the seat, you have your yellow drain down valve. When it's in the position it is now, that is the fill position, so you can fill the water system up. And when you open this valve up right, it is the drain position, so you drain the water out of the caravan completely. Next to that, you've got your mains power box. Heating and hot water you can actually leave on. The charger system you'll leave on. Reverse polarity is when you're in some European countries. The spare charger, the spare fuse on the end, we always advise you leave on so it completes the power source. Behind this little door here, you've got your household style trip switches. And on the left hand side, you've got your 12 volt fuses. There is a list down here on the front door to tell you exactly what the fuses are for. So also on the top corner of the control panel here, you've got a master system shutdown. So if you ever want to isolate all the power in the caravan, you can shut that down completely. Like I said, once you've got that valve shut, go back to the water system. You can come over to the tap, open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system, as you can see, so you'd open them tap right up. The same with the one on the shower and the sink in the bathroom. You do exactly the same with those. And then you cut with your aqua roll connected on the outside. You come to the water pump above the door, turn the water pump on, and then eventually, when the pressure's built up, there may be enough water in the system, you'll see the water comes out the tap continuously. It'll do the same in the shower and the sink in the bathroom also. When the water is coming out continuously, you can shut all the taps off, and then you'll be able to go to your Aldi heating control panel to turn on the water heater itself. So you've got the control panel here, you'll press the power button. Control panel will come live. You hit the menu button once it's come on. And at the top here, the first row you come to is your internal heating. So to turn the heating on, you have to go up to the temperature you desire. At the moment, I'm not going to turn it on too high due to the fact it's quite warm outside already. The next one down is the water heating temperature. As you can see, the water comes on automatically, so that's why you don't turn this control panel on before you've got a power supply selected, or before you've filled the water system. So as you can see, the water temperature is on at the moment. To boost it when you're showering, you'll hit the button again, and as you can see, that bar will go completely black, and that is essentially the water boost. Below that, you've got your power supply that's coming into the caravan. Now, if you've used a Truma heating system before, you'll know it's got the 500, 1000, 2000 watts down the side. If you haven't, then I'll explain this to you. What this essentially is the amount of power that's coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So the control panel, this control panel with the power you put in here will only control the heating and hot water. So for instance, you've got 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts of power coming into the van. Here on site we can only run 1, and that is what we're going to set it to for now. So you've got 1 kilowatt of power coming in. You've then below that got your option to run the caravan on gas as well. So if you're off grid or you want to use gas as an extra power source, you can turn the gas supply on here on the on button, and it will self-ignite. If it failed to ignite, it come up with gas fail at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to turn that off for now. In here you have got some advanced settings. If you wish to go into the manual and have a read through, you can set timers for your heating and hot water through here. The fridge, very simple to use. You've got power on. At the moment it's trying to self-ignite on gas. As you can see, it's failed to ignite at the moment, so it's flashed the gas symbol and the warning symbol on the end. If it doesn't ever ignite on gas and the gas bottle's turned on, it could mean you're out of gas, or you need to come to the hob and ignite the hob so you've got gas through to every part of the caravan. If you wish to use mains power, you'll press the mains button on this side, and on gas and electric you can control the temperature of the fridge on this button on the right hand side. If you want to use the fridge as a cool box while you're towing, as long as you've got a 13 pin or 2 7-pin plugs on the back of your car, you can do this. You would have to you'd have to turn the power onto the fridge with the main control panel turned off, and then you can turn the fridge on so the fridge will work as a cool box as you're travelling down the road, meaning when you get to site your beers and wine are nice and cold. But like I said, the temperature control will not work at that point due to the fact it is only working as a cool box. Beds, etc. work like household beds. They lift up from underneath, so you can get to the storage underneath. So a bit like an Ottoman bed, for instance, is the way they work. Then coming back down to the back of the caravan, you've got your toilet flush on top here, and you've got a full indicator light. So if the cassette's full in the bottom of the van, that light will appear red there. And when you are using the loo, you'll need to push this flap across so the waste goes through into the cassette underneath. However, when you're done, I would advise you shut it off so no smells come from the toilet cassette itself. The shower and sinks, etc. work the same as your household. If you have any further questions on the Sterling Eccles Solitaire, please do give us a call here at the Caravan Company and we'll do all we can to assist you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.